I wanted to do a demo of our blend brush today. So the blend brush is our lightest coverage brush. Just like all of them, there are two sides. So this side you're going to use for your highlight, and this side is amazing for contour. So let's see what it can do. So I am going to just lightly dab into my main highlight, and my main highlight color is going to go all around my face, and you can see I'm just kind of fluffing the product onto my face. Again, this is lighter coverage. I am not a huge fan of light coverage. I like it in certain situations, but most of the time I tend to like more medium coverage since I do have a lot of redness, but I will say this blend brush is growing on me. Okay, so I'm fluffing my main highlight on this lower part of my face, around my mouth. I'm gonna do the lower part of my forehead too. And you can see I'm just really fluffing it on, making sure I have coverage, but I'm really not using a lot of product at all. That is the other great thing about this makeup. You really do not need a lot of it at all. You use a very small amount, which is amazing. Okay, now I'm gonna use my finger and go into this color called Mango, which is one of our highlights, and I'm gonna put it just right here to get rid of some of my dark circles right here. Okay, so you want just like the lightest amount whenever you're color correcting, because you don't want to then blend that like darker mango-y color in with your brightening highlight or anything. So always just use the smallest little amount. Okay, I'm gonna go back to my nice fluffy side and go into my brightening highlight. So I'm gonna kind of stipple this on right where I had that mango, just to make sure my colors don't mix together. And then I'm also gonna fluff this down to a nice triangle under my eye. And then I can go back and just blend it out. This brush is definitely appropriately named the blend brush because it literally blends so easily. Like you just fluff, fluff, and you're all blended. It's amazing. Okay, I'm also gonna do a little bit of brightening highlight right here and right here, just to draw attention to the center of my face, and I'll do my nose here in a little bit. So I'm gonna keep using this fluffy side to do the first part of my contour here. So I'm using a contour color called Astoria. It's my favorite. It's a nice like dark brown. So with the blend brush, I'm just finding my cheekbones and just fluffing this on. And the nice thing about the blend brush, because it is lighter coverage, it's a good brush to start with, especially if you're a little worried about contour, have never done it before. You can really kind of build it up to be as dark or as light as you want it, which is really nice. And the great thing is it kind of like, I don't need to do a ton of blending after using this brush because it is so light and fluffy. It kind of blends as it goes. So now I'm doing a little contour around my forehead just to add dimension, and then this color always goes back into your hairline. Okay, and now I'm also gonna take some contour and fluff it on my jawline all the way around. Try to define that a little bit more. Then I do like to connect my contour lines. Okay, so I have my contour and my main highlight, my brightener. Now let's do nose contour. So I'm gonna flip over to the small side. This brush is amazing at nose contour. So I'm just dipping into my contour, and I'm gonna put this right here and just kind of blend up and down, trying to make those skinny little lines, and I'm gonna connect them to my eyebrows. Same thing on this side. And then I'm also gonna connect down here. Now I'm gonna use my finger, go into my brightener, and just lightly tap my brightener in. instantly makes your nose smaller. So let's just blend, blend, blend. Use this fluffy side. And I'm gonna add just a little bit more brightener. I'm like picky about my nose because it is more on the red side. So, okay. All right. Now I'm gonna fill in my eyebrows before I finish because it drives me crazy to not have them filled in. So I'm using the multitasker brush for this. I'm just making tiny little hair-like strokes. And I'm using my same contour color, Astoria, to fill in my brows, which is so nice that it doubles. And this brow is just not as good ever. All right, brows filled. Just make them a tiny bit darker. Okay, so now that I have that done, let me show you the two other things that I really, really like the blend brush for. So obviously it can do your whole face. I also really love this brush to do blush. So I'm just gonna dip into Hollywood, get a little bit on here, and just super light. I can add just like the perfect little bit of color. I love it. And again, it just like almost instantly blends into my face. So I can just like blend this out, blend it kind of into my contour, and I'm good to go. The other thing that this brush is amazing for is our cream illuminators. So this is rose gold right here. I love this color. And again, I can just get a little bit. I'm just gonna apply this to the high points of my face. So tops of your cheekbones. I'll use my finger to apply it right here. And then I can use this blend brush, put a little down my nose, of my Cupid's bow. And this blend brush is just gonna give you the perfect amount of just that lit from within glow that Illuminator gives us. So this is how I use the blend brush. You can always go back through and blend anything out, but again, I think it blends pretty well while you're going. You don't really have to go back and blend too much. So I hope that was helpful. If you have any questions about this brush, let me know.